Welcome back to the Daily Venture as I talk about how after taking the job to make new DC comic properties, James Gunn is finally making his first big move at the company by composing a Superman film. The undertaking will concentrate on the more youthful years of Clark Kent, aka Superman, and therefore he will be portrayed by a new performer rather than Superman veteran Henry Cavill. Gunn and his DC Studios co-chair and co-CEO Peter Safran recently spoke with Cavill to share the news and consult ideas for potentially teaming up on something else down the pipeline, a different role in this new DC franchise. At this moment, Gunn is merely writing the script. However, an official announcement has yet to be made. According to insiders, Gunn could direct depending on where his assistance is needed at DC Studios. Peter and I have a DC slate ready to go, which we couldn't be more over the moon about. We'll be able to share some exciting information about our first projects at the beginning of the new year, Gunn noted on Twitter Wednesday. Among those on the slate is Superman. In the initial stages, our story will be focusing on an earlier part of Superman's life, so the character will not be played by Henry Cavill. But we just had a great meeting with Henry and we're big fans and we talked about a number of exciting possibilities to work together in the future. Though this interpretation of Superman will be more youthful, he won't be living in Smallville but instead will be Daily Planet reporter Clark Kent, mentioned by the insiders. The news may surprise fans who expected Cavill to return as Superman in the immediate future. Cavill emerged in a post-credits sequence in Black Adam, released in October, and the Monday after the film came into the scene, he posted a note on Instagram revealing he was back as Superman. According to sources, that Instagram note was approved by Warner's bigwigs before Gunn and Safran were employed, thus shifting plans. Cavill, who reported his release from the Netflix series The Witcher following his return as the Man of Steel, mirrored the shift in an Instagram post, noting, "I will, after all, not be returning as Superman. After being told by the studio to announce my return back in October, prior to Gunn and Safran's hire, this news isn't the easiest, but that's life. The changing of the guard is something that happens. I respect that. James and Peter have a universe to build. I wish them and all involved with the new universe the best of luck, and the happiest of fortunes." Over the decades since first portraying the last son of Krypton, Cavill has become a fan-favorite performer, first appearing in 2013's Man of Steel and repeating the role in Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, 2016, and Justice League, 2017. Since joining their new roles on November 1st, Gunn and Safran have met with other critical parties concerning the DC universe. In addition to Cavill, they have also met with Batman actor Ben Affleck to consult the potential of him directing for them in the future, according to sources acquainted with the discussion. They also had talks with filmmaker Patty Jenkins, who no longer will be pushing ahead with a third Wonder Woman movie. As of now, an agreement is still being determined for her to steer a DC feature at this stage. Warner's has also been designing a Black Superman movie written by Ta-Nehisi Coates and produced by J.J. Abrams, and Gunn's new film is told to not impact that undertaking, with Coates still toiling on the script. Warner's has long desired Gunn to dive into a Superman movie. In 2018, after Gunn left Marvel Studios for DC when he was temporarily removed from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, then Warner's studio boss Toby Emmerich made for Gunn to take on Superman. Gunn opted to compose and direct The Suicide Squad instead. That film also paved the way for Peacemaker, the HBO Max spin-off starring John Cena, and presented Gunn with a morsel of world-building in the DC universe. Nevertheless, Superman has long been a favorite of Gunn, who has stood feeling about this latest movie since his early days at DC 4 years ago. Over the weekend, Gunn celebrated the anniversary of the 1978 film by Richard Donner, communicating the poster and reflecting on seeing it in theaters in Missouri as a child. Noted the filmmaker and exec, "I loved it and it rivaled Star Wars for me. And the score blew my mind." Currently, the future of the DCU is still up in the air on the rest of the existing DCU slate of films and other medium projects.